Going on? Welcome back to Bad Take Better Conversations, episode 186, titled "Is Triple H Sabotaging WrestleMania?" A couple of things went down this week. One,
Your mic
an
is low, by
excusable
the way.
one on
You are
Friday.
very quiet.
Yeah,
Hello, hello, hello.
yeah, that's
There we
better.
go.
There we go. A lot of things went down this week, especially one excusable one on Friday. We'll definitely get into that.
Oh
With all that
Jesus.
being said, I'm one of your hosts, Russell Spot, Rod.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rod. We're back for another episode of BTBC. We have a lot to talk about regarding WrestleMania. Whether Triple H is, sabotaging, what's going on with the build, and much more. So, with that being said, I'll pass it on to Lee.
What is good, everyone? We are one step closer to 200.
Mm-mm-mm.
Episode, what is it, Spot? 180, 186? 14 away from the big episode. Uh, Obviously, we're going to talk about the Hogan decision on Friday. And is Triple H ruining this build? Ghost?
Yeah, we were late. Duke, you fucking suck. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna talk about Mania. My camera stayed off because I am doing something. And yeah, Friday, interesting. And Tommy's not here, so there's an interesting signing that happened on TNA. We gotta talk about that too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, where should we start though, Rod?
All right, so let's start on the Raw side. Um, let's actually start with a positive. Probably the biggest positive in this whole WrestleMania build, and that is Oba Femi and Brock Lesnar. Um, I know this episode is titled "Is Triple H Sabotaging WrestleMania?" but I also do want to talk about some of the good, and this has been possibly the biggest positive to come out of WrestleMania season, due to I know a lot of people don't like Brock Lesnar, but he's probably as good as anybody when making somebody look really good, and he's doing that right now. Whenever Brock does like to work with somebody, he tends to go above and beyond for them. I mean, we're clearly seeing that Obafemi looks every like he just does not look like he's misplaced out there. He looks like he's making Brock is making Obafemi look like a veteran of the game. Um, Looks good. They really haven't had a promo segment, but I don't think that's needed. And funny considering that this is the probably the best ongoing thing during WrestleMania season, and they've done the bare minimum. All they've done is two, you know, altercations, and that's it. They've done absolutely not much, but the bare minimum has been enough to make this feud exciting for WrestleMania. And this is the one that probably most people are looking forward to now because, well, some of the other ones that we're going to get into, well, they just haven't worked out. So let me know your guys' thoughts on this. Obviously, Oben Brock has been phenomenal, but let me know what you guys think.
Kick off WrestleMania. Literally. Just kick off WrestleMania killing each other. That's all they need to do, man. This mania, oh boy, it's looking like a mess so far. But hey, Oba and Brock have been cooking. So, do I want to say surprisingly? No. I mean, Brock's usually good when it comes to people that are powerhouses like him. So
Yeah, I think the presentation of Oba has been the biggest thing coming out of this feud so far. Well, it's only been 2 weeks, but I'm curious to see if they're gonna continue Oba just destroying Brock every week, or is Brock gonna eventually get one in? I'm not gonna lie, I kind of be more interested to see Oba just do the whole feud on top and then win, but it would scare me low key if they have Oba go 4 straight weeks of beating the crap out of him.
Lee.
I honestly I agree with you, Rod. I don't think they need a promo battle. They don't need to do any promos on this. Just I think you have Obafemi go into this strong as fuck. Like have him get the upper hand against Brock Lesnar every single week to show how much of a threat he is. You just keep doing that, and then they can have their like fun little 5-10 minute match at Mania. Then that's job done. Brock's did his job once again of putting somebody over. I think there's going to be. I think they're going to do much more than what they've done like the past 2 weeks. Tomorrow, I think they're going to do something a wee bit like they're going to brawl a little bit more longer. I think Brock's going to get a little bit of offense in this upcoming Monday, but Oba's just going to completely destroy him in the end. That's another thing I can think they can do.
As of right now, who do you guys think who's gonna win this match?
It should
Oba.
be over, but you know
Oba.
what we do.
Spot.
Oba.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Look
Okay,
who's
shut up.
finally here.
Hello.
Look
Hello,
who's
chat.
finally fucking here.
Hello, chat. Hello.
Took you long enough.
So Tommy, we're talking about how we feel about Brock and Oba, and give us your prediction of who should win that match, or who do you think is gonna win?
This is actually became one of the hypest things on this build, in my opinion. I'm a little worried because I don't know if you guys. Well, I'm sure you guys mentioned it already, but I'm a little worried because Oba has won every single altercation. So I'm a little worried in terms of Brock actually going all the way and doing the job at Mania, just because Oba is looking so amazing every single week. So I'm a little worried, and I'm gonna be honest. Shout out to our title for today's stream, but if Oba loses at Mania, I think that title is very true. I don't think Oba's in a situation where I think he cannot lose at Mania. I don't care who it was. I don't care if it was Brock, The Rock, it doesn't matter. The way Oba is being taken in right now, Oba cannot lose. So I'm a little worried about that. I'm a little worried.
What do you this is a question for everybody, but what do you think happens if like Oba were to lose? Do you think he just like loses momentum?
Yes. I think Oba's in
lose momentum. It's nothing he can't get back eventually, but that would definitely be a bad start. Yeah.
Triple H would be making it an unnecessary
move.
Yeah, it would be unnecessary, in my opinion. What's up, Jay?
Right.
What the fuck is happening?
What the fuck is happening?
What is happening?
What are you doing?
I'm mogging Rod Hardy because he's gonna lose in a fantasy championship.
Oh Jesus Christ!
I'm mogging that piece of trash.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So he's mogging him now.
Let's get ready to take these strokes, fucker.
Okay, all right.
Everything I have done.
The lose would be fine in the long run.
Hold on, Gliscor Tip Rider, you still high on weed?
Nah, he's real. He's real.
I mean,
real.
is he wrong?
Yes, I'm sober right now, so yes.
Wow, it's a miracle.
Oh, look at this guy.
At work listening to burgers.
The thug of BTBC right here. Here we go.
The thug of BTBC
Hey, Doc,
here.
gotta be serious, man. You know what I'm saying? Gotta be serious.
The thug of BTBC.
Gotta be serious, man. Straight tens.
So Jay, what do you think about Brock and Oba? And who do you think is gonna win?
Brock and Oba, man. Look, so I do think that this is gonna be a one-off. I don't think retirement is as close for Brock as a lot of other people think, but I do think that this match is going to be a one-off, and I think regardless if it was a one-off or it was going to be multiple matches, I think Oba would get a clean sweep. I really think they're going to make Oba that guy. Now with Omos, I still believe in Omos. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing in AAA, but he had a couple of holdbacks. Wasn't the best on the mic. MVP was helping him out, but niggas knew Omos wasn't going to be like that guy. Like he could be a guy, but people knew he wasn't going to be that guy. Oba Femi is someone who is going to be that guy. And as much as people don't want to admit it about Brock Lesnar, when he has to, he'll do the job. Even then when he's going over, he is going to do the job. And I believe that he looks at Oba Femi. I think he really does like Oba Femi. And I think that that nigga Brock is about to fall from grace at WrestleMania. I think that he's losing.
So I got a question for you that I kind of asked everybody else, but do you believe that if Oba loses, like, do you believe that hurts him?
No.
Okay. What's your reasoning?
Well, first of all, if I was to revert back to 2023, Omar, what's his name? Damn, the O's confused me. Omar's losing to Brock didn't hurt him. His booking was just his Omar's booking would have been cooked whether he faced Brock at 39 or not. You know what I'm saying? Oba Femi, we already know what it is with Oba Femi. If Triple H just fucks up Oba booking, he's just racist. If we really keeping it above. I think that him. I
Or he
think that
just sucks at booking.
the what?
Or he just sucks at booking.
Not even. But when it comes to Oba, I think that he's all not already in a position. Like this match is going to do wonders for him. But I believe that yes, he does need the win, but it's not going to hurt him that bad. As long as he gets a lot, he has to get an insane amount of offense. The only way I would allow Oba to lose is Brock does something crazy. Like, for example, Brock wins with a roll-up. I'm fine with that. Brock sneaking away with a roll-up and like running out the ring, running away from Oba. I'm perfectly cool with that. But if it's not anything other than a sneaky win, I don't think that should happen. I definitely think if Brock wins, it should either be sneakily or he got to cheat to win, bro. I'm not feeling Brock just winning clean. But even if Brock does win clean, I think Oba, he's still got the rest of the year. I don't think it would hurt him too bad. He just got to make sure that he's prominently featured on Raw. After the Brock match, I'll tell you one thing though. Main event is good for reps, but no more main event for Oba after the Brock match. Keep it above.
I agree.
I'm also of the belief that if he loses, I don't think it hurts him. Because I think regardless, I think he's gonna get a really, really strong showing in the match, whether he wins or loses. And I think it's up to the capitalization after the fact of the match.
Mhm.
I don't think whether he wins or loses this match, I don't think it necessarily hurts him. So I just think because he could win and his booking could be shit, and well, it would have nothing to do with this match. I think him being placed in this match tells you a lot about what WWE thinks about him, and tells you that Brock Lesnar might be, telling them in their ear, some of the higher ups that he loves working with Oba, and Lesnar's a legend of the game. So the fact that that's coming from him, I would imagine, probably is putting a lot of praise on Oba. So I think it's just on the booking, whether he wins or loses. I don't think winning or losing this match has anything to do with whether his momentum will drop or anything like that. I really just wholeheartedly think that it's whatever happens after the fact, the booking. So that's kind of what I believe.
Oh yeah, I mean, Theory beat Cena at Mania 39 and got booked like shit the rest of the year.
Yeah,
So,
and
since then,
the momentum didn't carry over, so it's gonna depend. Realistically, he's gonna have a strong showing, so there'll be momentum to build off of for him. So
This is really a question for you guys. You guys probably remember it way more than I do. But when Brock debuted and they kind of put the strap to Brock, what would have happened if they went another route, or they, I guess, didn't strap the rocket onto Brock when he first debuted? How different would Brock's career have looked? Would it look any different?
Well, first off, there was no other direction. There
was no direction.
No.
Tommy's asking if there was another direction.
So my thing is, why is this any different?
Well, I can't fathom there being another direction because there was no one on the level of Brock at the time.
True. That's very true.
Austin was already done. He was already 1 foot out the door, and The Rock was already going to Hollywood. Mankind, Mick Foley was basically done by the time. They weren't going to put the strap to The Undertaker. That's not what they were doing. Triple H that year was coming back from injury, but I don't think they wanted to put Triple H as the forefront as of the company because he just never was. Shawn Michaels was coming back from an injury that he had suffered 4 years prior. They weren't sure with him either. I think Cena wasn't even thought of at that point. He was garbage.
Yeah.
Batista was very green. Randy Orton, very green.
Yeah,
There was nobody else.
Rocket to Brock before they even thought about Cena.
Like there was no other way.
Gotcha.
That's why I can't really answer that question because there's not really like anybody else in that era that you could have gone to. I mean, Triple H, yeah, maybe. But I don't. I think
the only way to answer that is he would eventually got there. It'd just been slower if they didn't do it right away.
Yeah, I guess that would be the answer. But I think like his physical skills and because he already had a background of amateur wrestling and they saw how good Kurt already was, I think they were like, oh, this is like a once in a lifetime athlete. So I mean, he's not really a promo guy, but that's why you paired him up with Paul Heyman from the jump.
Gotcha.
He debuted and he was instantly already paired with Paul Heyman. He debuted on the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania 18. And he got into a feud with the Hardys almost immediately, I believe.
Damn, Tom.
Damn. So you're not feeding them?
This
That's the
nigga.
problem. He's not feeding them. Yeah.
Nah. Someone's outside.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. All right.
They're
Just don't give
protecting
them-
me, bro. They're protecting me.
Don't give them biscuits, bro. That's all I gotta say.
All right, bro.
Yeah, my bad, Tommy.
Just-
That's me outside, bro. My bad.
Just for that, I'm gonna go give him a biscuit. I'm gonna go give him a biscuit right now.
All right, bro. That's insane. The next match we could talk about on the card. Stephanie Vaquer and Liv Morgan. How do y'all feel about this?
I'm a be real. I think they need more TV time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have. They haven't got much.
I think they need less.
Like I said, less.
Less than what they already have?
It's out
yeah,
the
yeah.
mud.
He's rage baiting. Rage baiting.
Nah, they. I think they could do a better job of building that up. I definitely think. In the early stages of the feud, I think that Liv went kind of an edgy route, saying that Stephanie competed in mud huts or whatever. Some people were a little sensitive to that. I think they could have kept. I think they could have kept going that route a little bit. I think they could have. I think there's a lot that they could delve into. Obviously, a little Stephanie's promos, hold her back a little bit due to kind of lack of English speaking. I can understand her for the most part, but due to kind of lack of English speaking, holds her back a little bit. But I still think there's stories that can be told. Stephanie could be causing some more dissension within the Judgment Day. I definitely feel like Stephanie could be saying stuff to Raquel, or Liv, vice versa, saying stuff to Raquel, saying why she needs to help her. Since they're teasing the turn anyway, they could do more stuff to tease the turn. Like, for example, Liv could promise Raquel a title match when she becomes champion. Now we don't know if Raquel gonna help Liv or not. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. But I really feel like it's just been living Dom on some mean girl shit. Like it's been whatever, and I ain't really. I think this comment is kind of right though. Brandon's comment is right. I think that their build is a little bit better than Jane and Rhea, I guess.
Well, I think the reason you're not hearing any uproar about that is because of how bad the other one is.
Yeah.
That bar's in hell, man.
So I thought the Stephanie and Liv feud started off really, really good, especially that Liv interview where she had the interview with Michael Cole.
Yeah, that was good.
I thought that was good. And then Stephanie, the Stephanie one where she spoke in Spanish as well. Liv cut another promo, kind of backstage where, she was also saying that, that she is privileged and that, she does realize that. And, so kind of talking about how Stephanie also wrestled, in the indies and whatever. And I thought it started off great. And then I believe that after that, I don't think they received as much TV time. I think if you swap how much Jade and Rhea's TV time is getting to Stephanie and Liv, I think Stephanie and Liv could be realistically a more prominent feud. Like, it's unfortunate that Stephanie and Liv aren't being given the proper time, just the proper time to to kind of go out there and really deliver a feud that is captivating. And I don't think that Stephanie being able to cut a promo only in Spanish hinders her. To be quite honest, I think when you put subtitles right next to it, like people will understand. And WWE will do that, obviously not right as she's cutting the promo, but they'll do it after. And if you want to go back and watch it, then good. But I don't think that hinders them from progressing the story. So I just think they need more TV time. That's basically it. But other than that, I think their feud has been superior to Jade and Rhea, but that's not really saying much either. And I think it's been a pretty solid. Feud. I just think that it died down for like a week or two, and then the brawl last week, which seemed very real. Which I'm pretty sure those women were talking to each other about. They wanted to try to make it as real as possible, and if that was their goal, then they got a pretty good reaction out of it because a lot of people definitely thought that they were shoot fighting. Which if that's your goal, well then they excelled at it.
I think you hit it right on the head, man. I think that feud, the biggest thing with that feud, the thing that is missing is them getting more TV time. I was very surprised when there was a couple weeks where they just weren't doing anything. And again, like you said, I feel like the feud started off really good. It started off honestly pretty hot. And then, again, they just kind of disappeared for a couple weeks. It died down. And that was that, I feel like you said, they're just missing TV time. Those two women, they can put in work. It doesn't matter if you're talking in ring, it doesn't matter if you're talking on the mic, or just telling a story. I think both of those two ladies, especially Liv, came a long way to do that. So it sucks that we don't get to see them actually flex those muscles because Triple H isn't putting them on fucking TV.
Yeah, so look, when they got TV time the first couple of weeks,
it was good.
They did great with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they started to fizzle out and not really get TV time, and that's where I believe the complaints come in. That's why people realistically are saying, "Oh, the feud might be dead." Well, I think in just 1 week last week they kind of revived that. Now it's on WWE to actually give them the proper TV time tomorrow. So let's start with tomorrow, Madison Square Garden, where they can start to ramp up this feud because there's only 3 weeks left. And I think by the time the 3 weeks is done, I think people will look back and say this was a pretty good feud, I would say, because there's only been if they were to actually book it good the last 3 weeks, I think there'd be probably like a 2 week gap where they probably didn't do much. I think the most thing I'm excited for this is the match itself. I think the match is going to be one of the more underrated matches of the whole weekend. And this is going to be, I think this is going to be a sleeper. This match is going to be really good.
Oh yeah. I think, and I could be just glazing Liv, but I really do believe, especially nowadays, I feel like Liv is one of those guys that she's a legit player now. When she's put in a situation, she's gonna make the most of it.
She's a guy now? She is.
Okay, all right. Y'all know what I meant. Y'all knew what I meant. But yeah, I just think she's one of those gals that are now certified in terms of whatever you give her, she's gonna do her absolute best, and she's going to make sure that even if she's only on TV for 5 minutes, she's gonna make sure that it's the best 5 minutes that she can produce at the time. Same thing with Stephanie. So I think as far as the match goes, the match is probably gonna be a banger, regardless if Triple H puts them on TV or not to build it. But the match is gonna be good, I think, regardless.
This is the thing, though. With you could say this about a lot more, pretty much all the matches, apart from I was gonna say Roman and Punk. I don't think it's gonna be that great because I just don't think
it better be.
It better be. I just don't think it's gonna be that great. But you could say that about pretty much every match on the card.
Damien says it's about to do. It better be.
You could genuinely say that about a lot of the matches on the card, Tommy. The builds haven't been that great, but the matches themselves are gonna be great.
On paper, the card looks good.
Yeah, on paper, or the card does look good. But the builds to pretty much all the matches, they've not been the best.
Who do you think is gonna win? The match between Stephanie and Liv.
I think Stephanie.
It's probably gonna be. Well.
See, I think this match is actually one of the most 50-50 ones on the card.
I think Steph retained.
If you asked me right after the Rumble, I would have said Liv, but I'm leaning towards Stephanie now.
I'm leaning more towards Stephanie.
This is tough, man.
I think for me, personally, I think I'm gonna have to go Stephanie. Yeah. But I think this is 50-50. This is very, very 50-50.
I'm gonna also go with Stephanie because I feel like Triple H is gonna go the route to continue the Judgment Day story without the title because that just sounds like some shit he would do. So I'm gonna go Stephanie.
I mean, with this road to WrestleMania, he has had 2 title changes on the road.
Which is, I mean, that's also true. He does like to do that. He doesn't care what time of year it is. He's going to change the title if he needs to, or if he wants to.
Oh, no, sorry. There's been 3 title changes.
Oh yeah.
But I just don't think. I think Stephanie's safe, at least for Mania.
Okay. Now we can get to a portion where now the title of the video kind of comes into play. AJ Lee and Becky Lynch.
Jesus.
This is
an ass off.
There's no interest. And I believe a lot of that
is happening.
I believe a lot of that has to do with I don't think people care about the feud because they just seen that the feud that they had leading up to Elimination Chamber just was not good, and the match was as uninspiring as you possibly could see. And so people aren't really bought into this anymore. Yeah, I'm not really excited for this one. Triple H hasn't done them any favors. They do get more TV time than Stephanie and Liv, unfortunately, even though
crazy.
Stephanie and Liv are more talented and should be getting more time than them. But because it is AJ Lee and Becky Lynch, I guess they got to get more time. And it just hasn't been good. So, I mean, what do you guys think?
Please end the feud. End it.
I'll say this.
Roxanne, come back and save the title because Becky signed with the title is basically up. Please.
I'll say this. I hate that it even has to come to this. Like, if they felt like they needed to do this at Mania, it would have been a longer wait between WrestlePalooza and Mania. But you shouldn't have just done the Elimination Chamber feud.
And then had AJ defending a
maybe I'd feel better
match.
of this being the first time at Mania, but them doing this at Chamber kind of just. Even the build to Chamber was. It's whatever now.
And it's like AJ's 3-0. Like,
yeah, what are we doing?
Like, made her tap out at WrestlePalooza. Did she get the pin on her at War Games, if I remember correctly?
Yeah,
I feel like she did.
I don't remember.
So yeah,
I honestly don't remember either.
And then beat her again at Elimination Chamber. I mean, surely this has to lead to maybe Becky Lynch winning, but it's like, why would you take the title off of her to then put it right back onto her about a month and a half later? So, look, clearly I think the title's going to go back on Becky. And that's just unfortunate, man. I feel like they're making us fans hate Becky because of how she's being booked right now. She's being booked very poorly. Yeah, this sucks.
Yeah, this feud sucks. You're right.
I agree with Ant here. Like, they need to be kept away forever from each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is one of those that, you kind of feel like Triple H is sabotaging WrestleMania by having this. I don't even know what their feud is even about anymore. It's just like Becky's lost 3 times. So, and I get not all of them have been in one-on-one settings, but doesn't matter. She's directly lost to her 3 times. 2 of them being in, I guess, I get it. Either a tag match or a gimmick match like War Games. But in War Games, she got pinned or submitted by AJ Lee, and she got submitted at WrestlePalooza. And then obviously she lost again at Chamber. So, I don't know where the story is going, and I don't know why somebody thought that having Becky 0-3 would create for a captivating story leading up to WrestleMania with AJ Lee, when they haven't really told a good story to begin with, even from the start. So, Yeah, no, this is bad. I kind of don't even want to continue on talking about this because
There's really nothing else to talk about on
there's
it.
nothing
Rod.
else.
Yo, Rod, you remember the Warriors and the Rockets fused in the 2010s?
Yeah, that's what the
That's AJ. Yeah, that's AJ Lee and Becky Lynch, bro.
yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna refrain from talking about matches that haven't been booked yet for now.
I'm sure we'll come back.
I'm gonna save them for the end. So Dom and Finn, you'll be talked about at the end. The Usos, we don't even know what they're doing, and Penta, it's rumored that he's gonna have an IC title match. We'll talk about that at the end when we kind of like have kind of talk about that in like the predictions aspect of like what else we think is gonna get added to WrestleMania. So with that being said, this leaves off one more match that is currently announced for Monday Night Raw, on the Monday Night Raw side, and that is the World Heavyweight Championship match between Roman Reigns and CM Punk.
Oh, brother.
Let me know.
Oh, brother in Christ.
Yeah, I want you to know it's still Punk in 7.
So let's talk about this, shall we? Should we just talk about the segment? Let's talk about the segment, shall we? Okay, so,
The most recent segment, I'm assuming you're talking about.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Hey, Roman, it took you almost a fucking hour to beat his ass. Jey Uso had to... Hold on. Alexa, light on.
Clip that, please.
Okay. It took you a fucking hour to finally do something. This nigga Jey Uso said, hey, Roman, do something. He's talking about your father. Please, please. And then he finally does it. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't a horrible segment like last time, because that last segment was a PG era horrible. It was actually pretty decent. It's still like, what's like, why? I'm so convinced Roman doesn't care about his father, bro. I'm really so convinced, bro. And that's okay. That's okay. You don't care about your father, bro. It's okay, bro. Life goes on. But I mean, hey, he beat his ass at the end of the day. So you know what? Can't complain too much. So now my thing is, Jey Uso telling Roman what to do and him basically following. I don't know if that put any red flags for you guys. Maybe just me, but yeah.
I'm worried about the story afterwards. I think they're gonna go down a path.
I bet like red
Bloodline coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, I meant like red flags with that coming back and just just the character in general of being. I don't know. It's just we'll see how it goes, but
tomorrow will be very telling. I'll say that.
Oh, brother, they got another segment tomorrow.
Isn't Roman gonna be there? Like he's gonna be there.
Yeah, he's there every week.
He's there every week.
We're gonna
he's there every week. Please,
something every week.
Please, bro. I mean, the segment wasn't like I said, it wasn't bad, but it was just like, why did it take you that long?
That's my thing.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think Triple H is obsessed with getting to the story beat, and I think that's why they had him wait till Jey Uso said something. Wait till Jey Uso say, "Hey, go get him, Joe." Instead of calling him Roman, he said, "Joe, go get him, Joe." Like, I get it. Triple H is trying to make this personal.
This is the same Roman that fucking manipulated his cousins to basically follow his rules, and now all of a sudden Jay tells you what to do. Oh yeah, you're right. Like what?
Again, I think Triple H is just, I think his thought process was to make this as personal as possible, and I think him trying so hard is what's really hurting the feud.
Well, if that was his thought process, Tommy, then he did an absolute shit job because you should have beat his ass right then and there when he said something about your father at that point.
I agree. We didn't need the dramatic pauses. We didn't need all this. They can
take dramatic pauses for some fucking reason. What are we doing?
But I kind of agree with Ghost. I do agree with Ghost. I think the brawl kind of happened a little too late. Let's be real.
It wasn't even a brawl. It was like whooping his ass, as he should.
Well, yeah, correct. Yeah. It happened late.
This segment should have happened the week before.
Right. Yeah, it should have happened the week before. Again, and then it was, even when it did happen, it was extremely slowly built up. Like, it's just all these dramatic pauses that Triple H is doing, trying to make this feel as personal as possible. Relax, Triple H. Let these two niggas just cook. Let them cook. Let them decide when the brawl should have happened. Include if you gotta include the bloodline again. Have their creative opinion. Triple H, it's okay. Give up the pin sometimes. You feel me? Let Paul Heyman come back to the Roman side of things. Get him away. He doesn't have to go away from Brock, but let him put his opinion back on the bloodline stuff. And let's get this thing. Let's get it right. Let's go ahead and make Drew make Punk all the way.
Stuff and Roman and Punk are both clearly holding back in their promos. I mean, hey man,
Mm-hmm.
kind of obvious when Roman Reigns won the Rumble.
That's
Just
what I'm
saying.
saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. That was a segment. I don't know if it was. I don't know if it was 2 weeks ago, last week, when exactly the segment was. But I'm gonna be honest. There was a point in the segment where Punk and Roman were just kind of looking at each other, and to me, it looked like either someone forgot their lines or they're like they aren't really feeling.
Yeah, they're still trying to order farm, mind you. He just talks shit about your father again. Like what?
I feel like
If
I
you'll
really
beat his
feel
ass,
like
bro.
is hindering these two stars and what they can do because of his writing. Bro, let these niggas cook. They can sell the match by themselves, to be honest. But that's kind of how I feel. I think Triple H is just trying too hard, bro. He's just trying too hard.
Oh man.
Anybody else? Jay, do you want to say anything, Jay?
He's scared of Punk. He's scared of Punk. I want to. If I was him, I would
If Roman Reigns is scared of Punk, we lost the plot.
Yeah, I definitely think that this week. I definitely think that this week they could do a little bit more action. I feel like at this point, CM Punk got to get back. Roman got to get back. Everybody got to get back, bro. Like, man, I don't know. We definitely took a strange turn with the Roman and Punk feud, but I still believe in my boys. I think they're gonna drop some magic. I think the storytelling element is fine. It's just everything else. Like some of the execution could be better. So I'm ready to see how they execute with what's about to happen tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night's gonna be a big day. It's gonna be a big night.
Lee, do you wanna say?
I ain't got really anything to say.
Spy, you got anything else you want to say?
If there were any big advancement promo wise for this feud, I don't know why Punk didn't just go in on Jey Uso yet again.
Yeah, what is up with that?
I think honestly at the end of the day, I think they're just good friends. That's my theory. And,
well, because
he did the same thing back in November. Remember, in their build to the main event. Was
They did.
Their Saturday night's main event build was ass too. So like,
I know, but I think that there was really no saving that feud, whatever you want to call it. But I think that would have been looked at a little bit in a better light if Punk just went in on Jay, and he probably could have saved that segment this past week. As far as Roman's side, I think me and Tom were talking about the other day. It's kind of like give and take, bro. I think Roman had he took the first segment, Punk took the next two, and then since then it's been like, I don't know. That's just where I'm at right now.
This is just ridiculous, bro.
I honestly think Triple H should just go ahead and just turn CM Punk heel. If that's what you have to do to actually write some shit for Punk, then do it, bro. Like if that's what you have to do.
Shit, I know he is type shit.
Anyways, so like that's another thing. I think this is a missed opportunity. I don't know why Triple H is scared to turn these guys heel. Why are you
scared to do shit, bro? What you mean?
But Punk showed you that he can. I don't know. I just feel like Triple H for to really work, we might have had to needed that Punk heel turn, to be honest, like an actual
one. I'll be honest. I'm not interested in this feud. I've come to the conclusion that they've taken such a turn away from what the feud was initially built on. Which the reason it was actually built on was because Roman Reigns doesn't like CM Punk, and he chose him for that reason because he doesn't like him. Yeah. And the fact that we've gone from I don't like you, so I'm gonna pick you because I'm gonna beat the shit out of you to I'm bigger than you, I'm faster than you.
I look better.
I look better than you. You're old. I'm a bigger star than you. I think just speaks to the direction that they've gone, and the direction that they've gone is they were climbing up this hill, and they were starting to you were starting to think that they were going to make magic, and then you kind of go a completely different route than what the feud was supposed to be. And for a feud of this magnitude, this has been a decade in the making. I personally wouldn't have gone this route. And I thought like the first two promos were fine, taking personal shots at each other. Like I just miss when like these guys talked about how much they hated each other and kind of left it at that. Involving the Usos is such a bullshit way to kind of say, well, we don't have anything else, so we're just gonna include the family. No. We don't need anybody else involved. We need Roman Reigns and CM Punk to talk about the hatred that they have for each other, and you build on that.
Yep.
We don't need like to add more people to this feud. Like that's not what we need. So the fact that that has happened has taken my interest out of this feud, and to be quite honest, I'd rather it just. I just want to get to WrestleMania and just have it done. I don't care about it. I don't really care to watch it. I'm done. Triple H has sabotaged this feud. And don't worry, this isn't the only one because there's another main event feud on the other side that after this past Friday, well, now I've lost interest. And that's a problem. So not only am I losing interest in your world title match, but I'm losing interest in the WWE title match. And here's the problem is no matter what you do, you've already veered off so far away now from the premise of the actual feud itself that even if you bring it back, it's over. You've already done too much damage. You've already done too much. The damage is done. Now you got Jey Uso, who never really crashes out, just decides he wants to crash out just cause. When he's been all smile on his face, and now he wants to get serious. Dude, fuck out my face, man.
He wants to get serious when it's not even involving him. That's funny.
And like Jimmy's great at promos, and like, you know, I think he did a really good job last week. But I'll be honest, like I don't need any of the Usos incorporated in this feud. Roman could have left it as is, talking about how he told his family that they can do whatever they want with Punk before WrestleMania, but come WrestleMania, they're gonna he just wants them to leave it up to him. But like to actually include the Usos into this feud, that 1 week was fine because Roman wasn't around. But the fact that they've come around and they've literally been involved in this feud is actually disgusting. It's pissing me off. I like, why are main event level feuds at WrestleMania including so many damn people? You know, now back in the day, you know, you'd get, for example, Vince would be involved in the Rock and Steve Austin feud. Hey, guess what? That's Vince. He's the fucking boss. That's fine. Had Triple H been involved in this feud? You know what? I said this weeks ago. I said, if they decide that this feud is going to be promo offs or offs, that they had already lost it. The fact that this feud hasn't gotten past a little bit of a physical altercation this past Monday and a little punch that CM Punk gave Roman Reigns, that is absolutely terrible. That is creative malpractice, what they've done to this feud. And the fact that, not only am I going to put the blame on Triple H, but Roman Reigns and CM Punk have got to speak up. I'm sorry. You two suck right now. The both of you. You both suck. You're given a piece of paper to tell you what you need to be doing, and you're not doing anything about it. Roman Reigns, you want to talk about how, you know, I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to lose to Cody Rhodes. That's why we didn't get Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. So you could talk about that, right? But you're not going to help your feud out against CM Punk.
You also bitched about creative, by the way.
Really? You're going to hop on Pat McAfee show and bitch about creative, but you're not gonna bitch about this.
Can't blame that.
CM Punk. I mean, come on. Are you just here for fun? What's going on?
Punk? What happened, bro?
Hey, Tommy, what did Punk say when he came back? Go ahead.
This is
bullshit.
This is
no. Go ahead, Tommy. What's the quote?
It was bullshit.
No, it's not. The quote is, "I'm not here to make friends. We're here to make money." We're not making a lot of money, man. We're not selling a lot of tickets. What's going on?
I got a question about the Roman. It kind of pertains to this. Y'all think it's more of a case that Roman doesn't want to work without his family involved, or do you think maybe Triple H doesn't want to book without?
Why do I feel that? Why do I feel
like
that?
You want to know what it is?
Why do I
Triple
feel
H has no more fucking ideas, and he wants to bring back the bloodline. Like we all said, unfortunately, we did not want to happen. And guess what? Here the fuck we are, and Roman Reigns won the Rumble, and now everyone's just realizing what happens. And now once Roman wins the belt, man,
Triple H is going back to what he thinks. Well, and I'm not gonna lie. When it was happening, it was good. We're not gonna. It was WWE was at its highest in terms of money making, everything, right? And I think he's just going back to his security blanket, which is not a good idea.
And Tommy, look who's all in these feuds. Rhea's about to win the WWE title.
Yeah.
That's her. Roman's about to win the heavyweight title.
Yep.
And there's actually a 50 chance Cody Rhodes retains. Yep. And what else? Liv has a chance to win the title.
He's panicking. He's going back to what worked, even though it's not the same day as it was whenever he was booking it back then. It's a whole different day. It's a whole different year. He can't go back to the same shit. And I think that's what he doesn't understand, bro. He's just going back to what he knows works or what he thinks is going to work again. And it's not fair to us at all. It's ass, Triple H. It's ass.
Well, look, here's the thing. Be honest, Roman Reigns just purely sucks.
That's a baby face, yes.
No, like in general.
That's
look,
interesting.
Here's the thing. You want to include the Usos. Mind you, they included them after the 2 weeks, right? Roman Reigns, how much of a coincidence is that Roman Reigns' best promos have come from the first 2 weeks? And you want to know what happened after the first 2 weeks? He had said nothing. Absolutely nothing. You know what that tells me? He has absolutely ran out of ammo. He has nothing left to say. And this is the problem with Roman Reigns. The last feud that he actually did good in terms of promos was Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 39. I mean, WrestleMania 40, he got carried by The Rock, by Cody Rhodes, by Seth Rollins. He didn't say much. What else? Last year, sure, you can lean on to Seth Rollins. You can lean on to CM Punk. You can lean on to Paul Heyman. Hey, buddy, there's no Paul Heyman this year. Wake up. Hello. I mean, you've basically reverted yourself back to Big Dog Roman. Or maybe that's all you've been. Like, you've never changed. But because you've had the bloodline around you, aura, cinema, maybe people have been blinded by the fact that Roman Reigns, like John Cena has said in the past, is protected. This guy sucks at promos, bro. He stinks when it comes to getting down to the nitty-gritty, building a story that doesn't revolve around your bloodline idiots. Hey, you can't help yourself. You stutter. You can't cut promos. What's going on? What's going on?
Hey, man. Know what I'm saying?
We let too many years of Roman Reigns being a heel, and he literally, he made everybody believe he was actually good. And look, he had his little fantasy run at being good on the mic for a stretch of time. But hey, I gotta admit, a lot of that kind of revolves around the storytelling that the rest of his family was doing. And I'm not here to discredit him either. Because yes, in spurts, he's had good promos. Cody Rhodes, on the lead up to WrestleMania 39, the last promo before they fought. The Have You Ever Won This One? That's a good promo. He does have good promos in spurts. But to say that this guy has actually improved on the mic, no. And you're starting to see, you're literally starting to see before your eyes that he's just not good. And on top of that, this is what happens when you take so much time off. You're rusty. And for somebody like him who can't come up with shit on the fly, literally can't adapt, he has a hard time. Punk, if he wanted to, could literally piece him up, but he's Mr. Goody Two Shoes. I'm just here just cause. Because, like, what are you doing? He can't hang with you on the mic. Fry him up. But no. Like, is Punk scared or something? Scared of Roman Reigns? What's going on?
Hey, man. That's a Tommy question, also.
Like, this is like one of the most overrated feuds I've seen in my life. This is overrated. There were so many people asking for this, and it's been shit. They've veered away from what the premise of the story actually was, and now there's no way to restore that. So, good job. Congrats. You better hope your match is a show stealer at WrestleMania, or this will be forgotten about. You can't order off your way to WrestleMania. No. This ain't like, this is not Night of Champions. This ain't Payback. This is WrestleMania. So,
man,
ridiculous.
Build's been a roller coaster.
and I get we've seen terrible builds in the past. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar have had 3 shitty feuds leading up to a WrestleMania. One of them actually ended up turning out to be an actual good match, while the other 2 failed. And people do not care about that feud or rivalry. Well, you're down to one last shot. Because, to be quite honest, the feud is fried. It's chopped cheese. It's done. You better hope that somehow, some way, you make this match actually worthwhile.
Mm-mm.
So,
that's not the only feud they're fucking up either.
So, anyways, before we do move on, who do you guys have? Who do you guys think is gonna win?
Unfortunately, Roman.
I'm going against all logic, and I'm going with my boy Punk.
And I sure hope, unfortunately, Punk retains. Mind you, nigga said this Punk reign was gonna be better than Rollins's. Get the fuck out of here.
It was good until Roman came in, bro.
No. No.
It was.
We are not putting this. Okay.
It wasn't good before Roman.
No, I didn't say it wasn't good. It's just not close to Rollins' 2023 reign. Simple as that.
Whatever, bro.
Lee, who do you have?
Roman.
Spot.
Roman.
Punk, you better win. Punk, you better fucking win. Don't piss me off.
Look, I would have said for weeks I was thinking Roman. But I think the more I think about it, it's gonna be Punk to walk out of WrestleMania.
I hope so.
I think Punk is gonna walk out of WrestleMania as champ. So,
Bro.
all right, we're gonna move over to SmackDown side, and this side is way worse. I'll be honest.
Atrocious.
So, we're gonna start off with quite literally the worst feud of this whole WrestleMania season.
Pumpkin 7, boys. Pumpkin 7.
Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley.
Do we really have to talk about this?
Women's Championship. This has been absolutely atrocious.
Do we really have to talk about this?
They built up a feud over on X for a short period of time, and it gave people, a bit of curiosity as to what this feud could look like. And unfortunately, it just hasn't turned out good. The writing is terrible. They put Michin and B-Fab with Jade Cargill because well, she just can't talk. So they're gonna have them to, I guess, talk for her.
Jesus.
Rhea Ripley, I'll be honest, like hasn't helped the issue either. She's been just as bad. But to be honest, like I don't know, man. I don't expect anybody to get a good feud or whatever out of Jade Cargill. Shout out to Naomi. You know, she
That just shows
manages.
how good Naomi is.
Like she kind of, but that had been something that was long standing, so it was easier. But I'll be honest, anybody who's in a like really short feud with Jade Cargill, it's just impossible. She doesn't cut a good promo. Um, and the thing is, like, even if you give her good writing, I don't think she's really all that good. So, she's just terrible. And Rhea can't even decide to like Rhea can't even make her look good. This is bad.
There's a common theme here with this Mania builds. We all think that there is a clear, obvious route you can go in terms of storytelling with multiple feuds that is going on during Mania. And for some reason, Triple H continues to go the whole other direction. They're literally just staring at each other. They're basically just telling each other that my body's better, my body's built for this, yours isn't. That's it. That's it. Now they got Chin and BFAB. Like, it's just bad. And I hate this shit because I love my black queens, bro. I want nothing but great things for my black queens. But god damn it, Jade, when I can't, your ass, your fucking ass, dog. I just can't.
Can I say something
Go ahead.
on the BFAB and Meechin part of this?
Yes, Josh, she was.
Triple H turned them heel for no fucking reason.
They're gonna do nothing. They're gonna do absolutely nothing.
Tommy, they were beefing with Jade before the Rhea feud. And they were actually continuing that during the feud. And they just randomly joined Jade Cargill. It makes no sense, the heel turn.
Again, this seems like another pivot that the WWE has done because they see that nobody's really interested in the feud because the promos are bad. So this is again another pivot that the WWE has done. To answer Jock's question, she was bad. I think Tony Khan just did a pretty decent job of like hiding it by not having her talk much and just put her in
being short as hell.
Yeah, like they were like 5 to 7 minute matches, squash matches, and to be honest, I think her flaws are going to show so much at WrestleMania this year. This is a world title match. Like, this match has to be at least 10 minutes at bare minimum, and I think that's bad. That's terrible. I think her squashing Rhea Ripley would be one of the worst decisions that the company could ever go for. I don't think she's going to. Like, that's not even a possibility that I think they will go with. But she's only good in squash matches. That's it. She's not good anywhere else. I guess the one way you can somehow save this is by giving it a stipulation. But like, for what reason? They haven't even gotten physical. There's no bad blood in this feud. Like, I don't know why they didn't capitalize on what they were saying on X. They haven't even attempted that. So this feud is just, it's been all over the place. Pivots. Obviously, very unfortunate. It was supposed to be Bianca Belair and Jade, but obviously due to Bianca's injury, it just wasn't able to happen. I'm starting to really think if like Bianca would have even turned out a good feud out of her. I don't know. I don't think she's an asset for WWE. I don't think she's an asset to wrestling. I think Jade is just, she can leave. Like, I'm almost getting to the point where it's like Ronda Rousey, bro. Like, it's just getting to that point. Like, you can leave, bro. You're done. We don't need you. Nobody needs you actually in wrestling. So go film movies, do TV shows or something. Like, clearly, her heart's in that. And that's good. And that's probably why she came to WWE, so she can get roles in Hollywood. But I'll be honest, wrestling, not for her. She, like, she doesn't wrestle all that well, and she can't cut a promo. And if you can't do either, the WWE is basically just putting her in these big slots because her entrance is cool and she has amazing physique. So yeah, I'm done. I don't even want to talk about this no more. Okay. Next up. Should I go good or bad?
Good.
Okay.
Good.
All right. Good. This has been another feud that has been, again, one of the better feuds that the WWE has been doing throughout this Mania build. To me, it's been the second best one. Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. It's going to be an unsanctioned match. I think what they've done, it has been great. These guys have fought and fought. The one thing that I got to nitpick is we still haven't found out who attacked Jacob Fatu. It is the one nitpick that I do have that is still something that we do not know. Other than that, I'll be honest, this feud has been damn near perfect. So, what do you guys have to say?
Can I go first?
Yeah, you go ahead.
All right. Like you said, Rod, we still don't know who attacked Jacob Fatu, but it's clear they are finally picking that storyline back up after what I've seen this past Friday. They are finally doing more with that angle. But you like to say the feud, minus everything that happened with the title, it has been perfect since then. They've just been beating the shit out of each other each and every week. It was last Friday, wasn't it, where they just fell off some scaffolding into something, and obviously now they're both not medically cleared, so now they're going to have an unsanctioned match at WrestleMania. It makes the perfect sense. It's honestly the match that makes the most perfect sense right now going on at WrestleMania. If that makes sense. Yeah, I don't really know how. I don't know what else they can do. I think we're like 2 weeks out from Mania now.
Three.
Just have them beat the shit out of each other each and every week. That's how you build this up.
I think that's the plan anyway.
Yeah, that's pretty much the plan. Although I would like them to sprinkle in some stuff of some backstage promos between wrestlers thinking who did attack Jacob.
Don't make it too complicated. That's when
again,
fucks it up.
Another feud. This is, by the way, this is only the second feud that's been really good. And what is the common denominator out of the two feuds that have been really good? They've done the bare minimum. That's it. You don't even have to overcomplicate things. There's no extra people involved. There's no shenanigans. There's no pivots. You just fucking work. That's it. That's all you got to do. Drew cut a good promo. Jacob cut a good promo. They explain why they hate each other. Like I said, the only nitpick is who has attacked Jacob. But, that's it. Other than that, they've been pretty straightforward and to the point in all of their promos as to what they're doing, as to why they're doing what they're doing. That's it. And have had a couple of battles. Ended SmackDown falling off of scaffolding a little over a week ago. And then this week, they come out bandaged up, looking beat the fuck up, and you make the match official. They haven't needed to do much. And look, they're probably going to keep it minimal again. They're probably going to be very simplistic with this feud because it doesn't need to be anything more than what it is now. And that's why people are excited for it. That's why people are excited for Oba and Brock. It's the simplicity of these feuds. I think Triple H tries to rely on too much layering. Why do you need to layer so many different things to feuds? No. They can be very simple. Cody and Randy, we're going to talk about that later, can be very simple. Roman and Punk they hate each other, that can be very simple. We don't need to add all this extra bullshit. And then you have other feuds that are suffering from just unfortunately not having much TV time. And then there are just other feuds that are just downright bad. So I'm starting to see a common theme here. You have those feuds that get a lot of TV time that Triple H just does way too much with, i.e., the main events. Your mid-card feuds, or like I guess like your undercard feuds. Some of them don't get much TV time. So they aren't able to, kind of get things going. And then you get your feuds that do the bare minimum. And they turn out to be really good. Continue. What else do you guys have to say about Drew and Jacob?
It's been pretty good. Just keep it going. Don't fuck it up. Simple as that.
Pretty much that.
Tommy?
Keep it short, simple. That's what he's doing. It's
All
working.
right. I'm pretty sure it's pretty obvious that Jacob Fatu is going to win this.
Yeah.
And Lee, you can cut the crap.
Nah. I'm trolling.
Cut your
Jacob's gonna win.
bullshit. Drew is
Yeah,
getting his ass
Yeah,
whooped.
he's gonna go and film a show after WrestleMania.
Yeah,
so this is their way of
whatever
writing
the
more
fuck
talent.
he's filming.
TV.
Yeah.
He's filming Highlander.
So
At least not watching it.
Drew McIntyre's gonna go away. So but I think this is gonna lead to Jacob Fatu potentially getting into the main event scene after WrestleMania, which is good for him. So I'm hearing the rumors that Backlash is gonna be him versus Randy Orton. Whether that's for the title or not, that remains to be seen.
Probably.
So, and maybe that has more to do with the storyline of who attacked Jay Good. So, all right.
Randy wasn't it?
Moving on. This is the one that by far pissed me off the most.
They ruined my glorious feud. Oh my god.
No, it's not that one.
Oh, what is it?
Sami Zayn.
Oh, brother.
Oh, brother! This guy stinks.
Look,
In a special
they're gonna.
way.
This one pisses me off. Melo held the title for just a little under 100 days and did a superb job. Didn't really have much storytelling in his feud. Had just one particular story with Ilya Dragunov, which I thought was going to be capped off at WrestleMania. When I saw the match being made official last week, I was a little worried. And it got me to think, like, why are you booking this match now? And I thought, maybe, it's going to be a scenario of maybe they take each other out. Like, the match is so physical that they can't make the count of 10. I thought that was the reasoning as to why they did the match, kind of give it some more animosity, because basically Ilya Dragunov, the story that he was portraying was that he doesn't feel like he's been on this right trajectory. People are no-selling his moves. He feels like he's the lesser version of himself than what he had been when he had the U.S. title. And I thought it was a great story. He wouldn't accept the open challenge because he knew that he wasn't good enough to contend with Melo. Really great story, by the way. And for a U.S. title that is solid and could have led your way to WrestleMania. And the fact that we sacrificed a Carmelo U.S. title run while he's walking into WrestleMania for Sami Zayn heel turn and the Trick Williams face turn, I'll be honest, that's not the best. That wasn't the best idea. And this was a pivot, by the way. Like, I won't believe that this wasn't a pivot. Again, another common thing that Triple H loves to do is pivot. When he gets scared that he doesn't seem like something's going to go right, he pivots. And I get it. Sami Zayn is a veteran. He's very good at what he does. Well, you know what he's getting really good at? Getting people to hate him when that's not what should be happening. Why are people hating on Sami Zayn? Well, I'll tell you why. Because Triple H doesn't know how to actually book Sami Zayn. That's why. And now we have this scenario where, Sami Zayn is going to turn heel for no reason. right? Well, I'm not going to say for no reason because they've been clearly building to a point where, oh, he gets screwed and he doesn't take advantage of, of whatever's going on, so he loses his matches. And that's fair. I think that is pretty cool. I just wish that, it would have been done differently. And then Trick Williams is going to turn face because the crowd loves him. I mean, the crowd's going to love him either way. If you keep him heel, you keep him the way that he is, the crowd's going to still love him. It's Trick Williams. So the fact that Carmelo Hayes is quite possibly going to miss WrestleMania because of a pivot of Triple H just does not sit right with me. And the other thing I got to criticize Triple H for is just 3 short years ago, Sami Zayn was one of the most beloved baby faces in the world. And just 3 years later, he's getting go-away heat. Might I remind you, when he lost the U.S. title, he got booed. Well, not exactly when he lost, but people thought he was going to win, and he got booed. He had a nice run, and then when they put somebody else in front of him, which was Ilya Dragunov, when they put him in front of him that people love, he got booed. Why? Why are we 3 years removed from being the hottest babyface to now having go-away heat? Well, I'll tell you why. Chad Gable, yeah, he took his spot. That's one example. And like over the time, he's just been booked so terribly. It's been poor to see how badly Sami Zayn has been booked. And I like Sami Zayn, but man, I'm starting to really hate him. And that should not be the case. Like, Carmelo might be done for, like, in terms of this title scene. And it's unfortunate. And Ilya Dragunov, I'm going to talk about him in a little bit. But it doesn't seem like there's no direction for Ilya or Carmelo. And it seems like they're going to miss WrestleMania. And those two had poured their blood, sweat, and tears into making the U.S. title actually feel relevant again. That title was the work rate title. Hey, you want to have a good match? Well, go fight for the U.S. title. And what? For what? To give it to Sami Zayn so that then they can dump it off to Trick Williams. And no shade on Trick Williams. I'm glad he's going to win the U.S. title. I think he's going to have a great reign with it. But you're telling me you couldn't have ran a fatal four-way, intertwined Sami and Trick story into the Ilya and Carmelo story, make it a fatal four-way for the U.S. title? Couldn't do that? If you want to just put a title on Trick Williams because you realize how good he's been? Again, it's the reason I view this as a pivot. They want to put the title on Trick Williams because they've seen how over he's gotten. And I get it. But there's other ways that you could have gone around it. And besides having like Carmelo Hayes losing the title before WrestleMania, when for months he had been working really hard to put that title over and make it as prestigious as it possibly can be. And he was literally the bright spot of SmackDown. Nobody watches SmackDown for anything else but for Carmelo Hayes. He was the bright spot on a terrible show. He was the lifeline of SmackDown. And what do you do? You repay him by taking the title off him before WrestleMania. Congratulations. You just fucked yourself. So, this is terrible.
Yeah, this is just it's just an unfortunate situation for Melo. Unfortunate situation for Ilya too. I just want to throw him in there, of course. I knew they were gonna go Sami and Trick. I mean, it was obvious to be honest, it was obvious from the first interaction between the two. I knew that was happening. Okay, cool. But why can't we just get both? Why can't we get Melo and Ilya and Sami and Trick? Why do we Why did, again, like Rod said, another pivot, but why? For what? For what reason? You repay Melo for doing what he just did, and Loki Ilya too. Again, like I said, you can put Ilya in this too. You reward those two with probably missing Mania completely. Are you kidding me? Come on, Triple H. What's that? Come on, bro. Now, that's not even. You're just not being a good boss at that point, dog. Like, come on, bro. You got to reward the ones who are working, and they were working on a shitty ass Friday Night SmackDown. That is still honestly not the best. You know what I'm saying? So like, come on, bro. You can't. This is bad. This looks horrible on you, Triple H. This looks horrible. And I know you saw the internet. I know you saw the uproar. And you gotta live with it. You already made the decision, buddy. That shit's ass. That shit's ass.
Yeah, not too much different to say what they said, but I don't think a Fatal 4-Way is completely off the table yet. They add shit all the time, but it didn't. If that is the end goal, which at this point I would hope it would be, it didn't need to come at this expense. Carmelo's had a great reign in just 90 days. Very, very good open challenge matches. It sucks. It sucks.
I get what you're saying, Spot, with like, they switch cards around a lot, but I'll be honest, I don't feel confident in them booking the Fatal 4-Way now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, yeah, maybe adding Carmelo, sure. But Ilya just seems, he wasn't even on SmackDown this past week.
Yeah, bro.
It just seems so far-fetched now that they're just going to add him in, Melo I could see because,
rematch clause.
Trick caught that, but Trick costed him.
Yeah.
So that can play a part into how he gets into the triple threat. And, but Ilya lost clean again to Melo. Clean. I mean, what argument is there for Ilya to even get in? So there is none. But I do want to talk about Ilya a little bit later because there might be something on the horizon for him. Next up, this one hurts.
Brother.
Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton for the WWE title.
It ruined my glorious feud.
Who wants to start off?
I'll do it. Ladies and gentlemen, Cody Rhodes was Randy Orton. Okay. Let's look at the start. Contract signing. Starts off cool. Yeah, Randy, I want the best for you. I mean, the best version of you. Okay. Turns heel on Cody Rhodes. Sounds about right. Randy Orton starts fucking with Matt Cardona next week about him and his voices in that little ass phone. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Jelly Roll starts to talk to Randy Orton. It's questionable, but it's just like, okay, maybe it won't happen again. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are now. Jelly Roll has somehow gotten his way into the fucking Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. For what reason? I have no idea. And what? Because he fucking teamed Randy Orton in SummerSlam? Nigga, get the hell out of here. That shit's ass, bro. The feud was simple and fine before you decided to throw in Jelly Roll. Mind you, he had a match against Kit Wilson. Why? Just why? Doesn't make any fucking sense. Now here we are. Ugh. It really hurts because I thought this feud could have been a lot better. But clearly, they just want to throw random shit at it while they can. So, it really sucks. It really does suck. Tommy, where you at?
I'm right here. I'm actually, I'm not going to go as harsh on this one. Only because my biggest thing is, like you said, why the fuck is Jelly Roll here?
Like,
he's extremely
It's a polar bear in Texas.
Extremely unnecessary. I don't know why we couldn't. I'm gonna be honest. The Matt Cardona stuff to me was cool because I am familiar with all of their history. Cody and Matt are like besties in real life, so it's like I get it, I get that. But Jelly Roll, why is he here?
Oh, and not to mention the brawl. I mean, yeah, it was cool, but lasted with an L way too fucking long.
So, and I'm happy that when I was watching SmackDown Live, well, I'm gonna be honest, I got the benefit of tuning into it late because obviously Sacrifice was on as well. So I'm happy that my time was kind of cut. I didn't get to see how bad, or I don't want to say, it was pretty mid. How bad it was until I watched the full segment. And they did drag it out. They did drag it out. It got to the point where I'm like, oh, they're still going.
Oh,
you know what
and
I mean?
Speaking of Cody, I'm gonna give you the same criticism I gave Roman. You just got back from getting your ass whooped. Not even just that. You just got back from being murdered. And you're walking to the fucking ring like Travis Scott did at Mania 41. If you don't get your ass to the ring and go beat his ass,
Gotta have the urgency.
This nigga is ore farming.
Did
you catch that part, Tommy?
Yeah, it was
he was just walking.
There was no urgency. It lacked a lot of urgency.
It lacked urgency. Like, this nigga just tried to kill you, and then niggas are already worried that they're gonna have to hear of him saying fucking. We all know what video it is whenever people talk about Cody Rhodes' promos. Like, it's just, why are we aura farming?
And I'm gonna be honest,
we get it. Cody Rhodes is back.
I don't know exactly what I want to see on Friday from them. I don't know how Triple H could kind of like, make this decently hot again. I don't know what I want to see, but I just think I'm glad that Jelly Roll was RKO'd. I kind of wish he was punted because I hope that means we don't see him anymore. Yeah, exactly. But again, it was just, no offense, but it was just an RKO. And another thing, do not involve Jelly Roll in the fucking Mania match. And Triple H, I'm gonna be honest, I know you're going to. I know you're fucking going to.
Oh my god, they're going to.
I know
you're gonna tell Randy, stop, don't punt kick him. Randy, please.
Oh my god, bro.
And then I'm gonna get mad. I'm probably gonna break my bar. Oh my god.
I swear, if that's the finish where Jelly Roll distracts Randy Orton for Cody.
Boys out the mud.
No, bro. No.
And it genuinely pisses me off, bro. Like, I really had to give them the same criticism I gave Roman because it's just like, nigga, you just got your ass whooped. I get it. I get it that you're supposed to be this company babyface guy, but dude, you had a lot more urgency when Kevin Owens whooped your ass. How about we have more about a guy that you were so close to? Instead of walking to the ring and then we have to look at niggas in the background. Fucking, what was that cameraman even doing? Anyway, we have to look at niggas in the background while Cody Rhodes is walking.
Ant.
Jelly Roll gonna be the yeah, bro. Anyway, what the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, Cody Rhodes like walked for what? 2 minutes? What? Like what?
I'm gonna also say this.
Huh?
What's worse, chat? Because I'm gonna be honest, one of these I think is going to happen. Randy Orton kicks off his awesome 15th World Championship run with a Jelly Roll match, or Jelly Roll's the reason Cody retains at Mania. Oh man. That's what we're in line for. At least that's what it fucking feels like.
Can we just get Randy? Can you just punt kick him?
If I had to choose between the two, I'm not gonna lie.
Death.
I'd much rather them have a Jelly Roll match after than be involved in the main event of WrestleMania. I'm gonna be
man, I don't know.
Yuck. We had it in the first half. And now we just.
I guess I'd have to pick. I guess I'd have to pick Jelly Roll being the first match because he could just beat the shit out of Jelly Roll, and punk kick him and send him back to making country music and doing whatever he does.
At the end of the day, no
Enigma,
one's gonna give a
that's
damn
a
about
problem.
Backlash if the main.
That's what I'm saying though. Like,
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's gonna get hate. It's gonna be severely.
Is Triple H trying to
But-
make up for Travis Scott not showing up? What is happening? Like, I
Man,
don't
this
know,
is
dude.
Lee. What do you have to say?
All I'm gonna say is I'm glad I didn't watch that segment live.
Why not?
I'm glad I didn't. You know what? Though I will
Long
say,
segment.
shout out Randy Orton. Shout out Randy
Oh,
Orton.
look at this guy.
Getting Jelly Roll out of there. Shout out
Why,
Randy
Lee?
Orton. Logistics.
Oh, go
You
ahead.
feeling lighter, Lee?
You feeling
No,
lighter?
Even lighter.
Look, it's almost 2 a.m. Let's not start that
He
shit.
has the best World Cup song. Come on.
Absolute
Yeah.
cinema.
No.
Oh
No.
my god.
You know.
Like, no,
you
that,
know.
I'm sorry. It actually pisses me off how easily you fucked up such a simple feud. All it really was is Randy Orton's like, hey, Cody Rhodes wanted the best version of me. Here I am. Now I'm going to whoop your ass. And then Cody Rhodes can come back and say, now I'm going to whoop your ass because you whooped my ass. It's so simple. But yet, and then Jelly Roll's like, hey, man, you know, I used to be this bad guy. Like, nigga, we don't care.
And I'm gonna be honest, bruh. You talking about being a bad guy, bruh? No
What bad
offense,
things
but
did you do? Other
you're
than
a
possibly
country
saying the N-word?
singer.
I'll say, what did y'all think of Jelly Roll giving advice to Rhea Ripley backstage?
Who are you?
Excuse me? He gave advice to
Who are
Rhea?
you?
Yes.
What? I didn't even see that.
The only advice you need to give is how to make a goddamn country song.
I ain't gonna
Who
lie, bro.
are you?
Jelly Roll, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Why are you out here giving advice? The only thing that you possibly did bad was you saying the N-word. I haven't even confirmed that yet. Like, why?
Who is this guy, man?
What? Is bro secretly a fucking mob boss or something? Oh, you know, I used to be a bad guy back in my day.
What
Brother,
does that mean?
Like,
Nobody
what?
knows your history, bruh. Nobody
Wait.
cares.
Spot. What was the advice you gave her?
yeah, let's hear it.
Bullshit.
Obviously paraphrasing, but you
Okay.
need to go and show Jade why it doesn't matter because you're the Eradicator. Blah blah blah. Something like that.
Literally anyone else could have gave her that advice.
Yeah.
Damian
Who
Priest
are
could have
you?
gave her
You know
that
what's crazy?
advice.
Is Damian Priest was
Ghost.
in that segment with them?
What?
Who are you, Jelly Roll?
It was
Mind
a
your
segment with
business.
R-Truth, Damian Priest, Jelly Roll, and Rhea Ripley.
So let me get this straight, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta stand up.
You gotta stand up.
Turn your camera on and
No.
stand up, Ghost.
No, I have to do something right now. So, Damian Priest was in a segment with Rhea Ripley. Okay, this is the first time Rhea's been on SmackDown consistently. How long? I don't know, but it doesn't matter.
Wait. Keep going.
Out of all the people to give Rhea advice to whoop Jade's ass, we chose Jelly Roll over Damian Priest, a guy that's been with Rhea Ripley for 3 years, 4 years.
4 years.
What are we doing? Jelly Roll's like, oh, you're the Eradicator. Yeah. Brother, that's shitty advice. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's some shit advice, bro.
And Ghost, you know what makes it more funny is the segment was originally just R-Truth being R-Truth.
I mean, you could have rather had
And it
that
turned
too,
into that.
Right? What?
Jelly Roll, I don't even, bruh. Move along.
Yo, can we bring up Ant's comment? Shout out Ant's comment.
WWE's in the mud. Thank goodness for all elite wrestling.
Thank God for all elite wrestling. And speaking of gods,
And TNA. Thank God.
Yeah.
I didn't know I can't even. Oh my
Shout
God.
out TNA. You
I
know,
guess that
huge
ends the
signing.
Mania build part. Unless
Um,
you had full matches you want to talk about that haven't happened.
Oh.
So wait, hold on. Well, before I move on, like, but that pull apart brawl was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
That was bad.
That was the
bad.
worst. That was the worst pull apart brawl I've ever seen, bro. Like,
Was that
It's like-
slow?
it felt,
Was that
it felt like
slow?
there was like
It was.
slow motion, bro. Like they was waiting for their cues, and like the commercial that happened in between Cody Rhodes walking to the ring, it might have been one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Like, why? Like, I get it. Cody's back, but damn, get off his dick.
So like
Please.
that shit was just terrible. And then like adding Jelly Roll, man, like
What are we doing, man?
I like again, bro. This is the other main event that I think they're just doing too much with. You're adding people to these feuds that don't matter. They don't belong. like, can we get back to the simplicity of like the premise of why these two are feuding and not add Jelly Roll? Like, I think the most intriguing thing in this feud, I'll be honest, is who is Randy Orton talking to? Like,
Yeah, this too. Like, just for it to be Jelly Roll?
yeah, like that shit was garbage. And look, like across this whole card, bro, you can clearly see that Triple H is just sabotaging WrestleMania. And no, like this is not as bad as last year. Like last year was god awful. This isn't even as bad as WrestleMania 31. Like this isn't as bad as Mania 32. This isn't as bad as Mania 34. Like this is a like decent build compared to some of the other shows that I've seen in my lifetime. But you know, I could definitely see as to why people are complaining about it, and you know, but
I'm telling you, Mania's gonna be a mess.
this isn't as bad. On paper, this looks like it could be a humper though. Like this could, you know, all the matches could basically steal the show, with the exception of maybe like a match or two. Okay. Now we're gonna move on to the matches that aren't
Announced.
that could obviously potentially happen, or it seems like we're going in the direction of them actually happening. Let's start with the one that I think is actually going to happen. We're gonna start on the Monday Night Raw side.
Yeah.
Dom and Finn. You guys want to talk about this one a little bit?
I mean, what is there really to talk about?
Finn.
I mean, hey, last week Finn came out to a crazy pop. Holy shit. Again, this is a feud
Tommy.
that, you know, maybe kind of lost its steam a bit, but it's only because Finn was out of TV for a week. But again, I think this feud has been fine. You haven't done too much with it. It's been straight to the point. Finn got kicked out. Now, there is a report going out there that there is still a match on this whole card that could be seeing the Hell in a Cell stipulation added to it. Now, obviously, I think a lot of people would point to Randy and Cody having the Hell in a Cell stipulation. The other one that I could really see is this one, Dom and Finn. Will it happen? I don't think so. I think it'll be more relegated to the Cody and Randy one, but I could definitely see this one be using that. And I mean, it seems like all signs are pointing to Demon Finn Balor is gonna come back, and I don't even think he's gonna be announced. I'll be honest. I think it'll be something we're just gonna turn on WrestleMania.
Thank God.
And he's gonna show up.
Thank God.
Which is, again, what I said is the best thing for his character, to him to just show up on the day of. Nobody knows. Just shows up. He's not announced prior. He just shows up. If that's the way that they're going to use the Demon going forward, I think it can reestablish the Demon to maybe the heights that he was before. So I like what they're doing with this feud. It doesn't have to be all that hard.
Nope.
As to who's gonna win, I think we can all say it's probably going to be Finn.
So if the Demon comes back, there's no way he needs this.
Question though, is this a one-off?
No.
You know, Triple H and the Judgment Day.
It's never over. It's never gonna end.
We'll be seeing this in July somehow.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is going to extend to SummerSlam.
It could, honestly.
It's never ending.
Okay. The other one that I want to talk about, which for some odd reason they're running this tomorrow night, and I thought it was going to be at WrestleMania, is the Usos and the Vision.
Oh no.
Are the Usos losing tomorrow?
I'm gonna jump off a bridge.
I mean, look, off of that promo that I saw last week, Jay was like, I don't give a fuck about the tag titles. What up?
Oh my God.
And this is how I know the booking is so fucking shit. What do you mean you don't care about titles?
Oh my God, bro.
You literally have titles. What do you mean you don't care about it?
I mean, they clearly don't care about them because this past Monday was the first week they were seen with the titles in about a month and a half.
Like, I think Division's winning tomorrow. I don't look. I'll be honest. At this point, are those tag titles even going to be featured on WrestleMania? Because if they do beat the Usos, then there's nobody in line. There's nobody even attempting to challenge them.
I'll say this: if the Vision does win, those titles will be on WrestleMania, and they'll find a way. Do you know why? Logan Paul.
I think it's gonna be Jay versus LA.
I fucking hate it here.
Wow, Tom
Am I wrong,
Brady
though?
and LA Knight versus the Vision.
Hey,
Yo, bro.
if it gets LA Knight on the card, I think they want him on the first Raw of the year. I think.
Damn, it's been that long? Yeah, they ain't doing shit.
Like they will find a way to get Logan Paul on that card.
Yeah, Tom Brady,
Well, like-
LA Knight versus the Vision.
Tommy.
Tommy.
5-star classic. 5-star classic.
Speaking of LA Knight, is he gonna miss WrestleMania?
Oh man.
In a special way.
He finds a tag team partner and faces the Vision.
Tom Brady.
He's like very on the brink of missing WrestleMania. If the Vision wins tomorrow night, right? And look, let's say what happens. You know, let's say like what you said, Lee, happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Usos are being left off.
They're gonna have
So
they're
look,
gonna be-
either the Usos are being left off WrestleMania, or LA Knight is being left off WrestleMania.
It's gonna be LA Knight because they're gonna use the Usos for Roman and Punk. Oh my god.
And this next match that I'm actually
This company's a joke.
this next match that I'm about to get into, I don't think LA Knight should be a part of because this is like it's below him, and I don't mean that in this disrespectful way. The IC title, it's clear they're going for some type of multi-man match. Penta defending his IC title in a ladder match. What are some names that you guys are,
El Grande Americano.
All right,
Vaughn
Lee.
and El Hijo del Vikingo, whatever his name is. I gotta see them too. And Ray.
I think Dragon Lee
Yes.
is going to be in there.
Javon Evans.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm not kidding.
Both El Grande Americanos.
Sure.
I could see that. Yeah.
They probably will be in there.
Yeah. Damn.
Um,
Then take out Vikingo. That's. Yeah.
I think. Well, the thing is like it could be like 7 people.
What
think
number are we at? What are we at? I was.
So you got
The
Penta,
Americanos, Penta,
Devon, Americanos.
Vikingo, Devon.
Yeah.
What about Kofi?
I
could
like
be in
that.
there.
That's another one.
Especially with Javon.
Oh, and Dragon Lee.
Chris?
And Dragon Lee.
Oh,
You
Dragon
forgot
Lee,
Dragon
there
Lee. So 7. I
That's
think
not
it'll be like
7.
7.
That's the 7. I think we done it. That's the 7 right there.
Logan Paul.
Why?
I guess it
If he-
depends what happens tomorrow. Like I said.
If he doesn't win the tag titles tomorrow, he's probably going to be in that match.
No, low key. You know what I thought about, and I didn't say it, but I should have said it. Bruh, what if LA Knight still hates the Vision? He won't get over the fucking Vision. What if he fucks up Logan and what's his face, and then we get LA Knight and Logan Paul again?
I don't know.
No.
But the IC title match, that's gonna be a lot of fun. I'll be honest. I think
To
the
be
ladder
honest,
match. I mean, you're gonna feature some lucha, like some high flyers, like a Penta, like a Javon, like a Vikingo, like a Dragon Lee, and you just mix in like those 4, and then you just mix in some other people. The match is gonna go stupid. So, I think this match is gonna be great. The next one I want to talk about, and actually, funny enough that you bring up this point, because it seems like you were reading my mind.
Oh no.
Seth Rollins. It seems like Braun Breaker is coming back tomorrow.
Hey, that's
I
nice.
can almost be certain. Well, hold on. I want this comment with Ant. This would be funny. I'll be honest. They both just pull the masks off each other. I think that'd be hilarious. But then again, I don't think that would happen because I think, Ludwig Kaiser's Grande Americano. They want to keep his identity as Grande Americano because he's been such a big star for
He's
them in
kissing
Mexico.
babies in Mexico.
So yeah, I don't think they'll do that, and I think it'll ruin his whatever he's got going on in Mexico if they take his mask off. Okay, but getting back to Seth and Braun, I think Seth and Braun is going to happen. And remember when I told you guys about a Hell in a Cell stipulation? This could be the match that has the Hell in a Cell stipulation. This is it.
Bro, please kill the Vision, bro.
Look, this is clearly. I'll be honest. Like, I think Braun Breaker is gonna win at WrestleMania. He's coming back tomorrow, and I've been seeing some rumblings of like people kind of pitching how he could come back, and I think it's pretty smart if you have him come back with a pack of masked men. I think it's really smart. He just rips off the mask and it's him waiting in the corner and spears Seth Rollins. They got 3 weeks to build this thing, and you don't even need to tell much story for it. I'm excited for Seth and Braun, especially if it's going to be contested inside of Hell in a Cell. Oh, man. How do y'all feel?
That should be good.
I think if any of the matches should get the Hell in a Cell, I think is this one, especially with especially with the, like you said, Mania's 3 weeks away. We need something to kind of, just heat it up in the 3 weeks that we have left to kind of build it. And I love the idea of Braun being one of the masked men, and that's how he returns. Spear Seth, sets a statement like that. I think that would be awesome. I'm at the point where I'm just, I need something to go how it's supposed to. And I think Braun coming back is something that's finally something that Triple H had planned and can finally just go through and finish that plan. And I think Hell in a Cell is perfect. Let's end this shit right here, right now, because we all know that since the Drew and Punk feud, Hell in a Cell now officially means something. At least it's supposed to, Triple H. So let's end that shit at Mania, man. Let's put that bitch in Hell in a Cell.
Ron, I heard you're in the PC, buddy. Good for you. You better have been in the fucking lab. Don't piss me off again. Kind of scared how they're gonna book my Seth and Braun rematch. You know what I'm saying? I've been looking for this match on the main roster for quite a while. Yeah. Don't piss me off, but I know they're going to somehow. This is what we do.
It's what we do.
But yeah, when Braun Breaker comes back,
if he comes back like that, takes off the mask, and he spears Seth. Do you like that?
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. So I can't. No, there's really no other way other than I guess he comes out normally and just runs to Seth and spears him. But I mean, if you do that too, that's a little more creative.
I feel like it kind of is full circle too. The way he aligned himself with Seth last year was in a mask.
He did.
It kind of is full circle, low key. I would imagine they probably weren't planning that, but because of the Braun injury, I think it kind of felt it kind of falls into a miracle that he's going to. Well, he's already turned on Seth, but he's going to return the same way that he joined Seth on the Vision.
Yep.
Almost a year later. It's a miracle has literally fallen into their lap because of the injury. So, Spot, how you feeling?
If they do it like that, that's fine. Hell in a Cell would be a great way to end it, but at the same time, this is another one of those feuds I feel like Triple H is going to drag out. So I don't know how confident I am in them doing this in the Hell in a Cell. I would like that to be, but Hell in a Cell is usually your last resort whenever for the last match in y'all's feud. This being the first, I mean not the first technically in the NXT one, but first on the main roster, the first in this feud directly. I don't know how confident I am in seeing them doing that, but hey, if it's a one-off, fuck it, why not?
Lee,
Sure.
Braun and Seth.
What you're saying, Rod, it is literally a miracle that the injury that what's happened has fallen into them, and they can have Braun return the same way he joined Division in a mask. The match itself should be extremely good, but knowing Triple H, this is going to drag on past WrestleMania.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest. If it is a Hell in a Cell, I don't know.
It's Triple H. Anything
then
can
again-
happen.
That's why I emphasize a Hell in a Cell is supposed to mean something, Triple H. So don't fuck
Don't
around
put
and
that.
change.
Yeah, don't put that match in Hell in a Cell. Just to make
Don't-
it.
Exactly. Tommy.
Don't change the meaning.
Our guys made that match mean something, and Triple H is going to ruin it.
Yep, I feel it happening.
How about we just don't do a Hell in a Cell at all this year? How about that? There we go.
All right, that's gonna leave one match on the Raw side to talk about. And it's Gunther. Who is Gunther going to
Poor
face?
guy.
Gee,
Out
I
of
wonder. I
WrestleMania.
wonder what Gunther had planned before Samoa Man decided to win the Rumble. Continue.
I believe. Now, I'm not saying this is actually going to happen, but I believe there is a pivot in place. And there was an interview yesterday where a certain someone was talking about a specific match that he would have wanted at WrestleMania, and that's Ilya Dragunov. Coming at a pretty coincidental timing, I would say. I think we're headed towards Gunther and Ilya Dragunov at WrestleMania. Rey Mysterio's not going to be cleared in time. If the WWE makes this pivot, this is an absolute all-time pivot. The fact that you're going to get Gunther and Ilya Dragunov, and those people out there that are saying, "Oh, I would wait to do it," no, don't wait. You don't have anything for Gunther. You don't have anything for Ilya. This is best case scenario right here. You're going to do a match against these two, and the story's written. I'll be honest, like, you don't need to do much. Like, the 3 weeks, they can build a feud off of the 3 weeks. And the match, like, a lot of people are going to be thinking about the match itself. Like, the build is not even going to be thought of as much because people are just so excited for the fact that the match is even going to happen. I'll tell you right now, if the WWE books that match, it is guaranteed the best match of the weekend. It's not even close. Not even close. Not Roman and Punk, not Seth and Braun, not Stephanie and not anybody. Not the ladder match. If the WWE wants to really pull a shock factor and really, put a match on the card that is guaranteed going to be the show stealer, you have it right there. Like, fuck the brand split. You don't even care about it anymore. Make this match happen. And I think it's going to. Whether we get a 3-week build out of it or Gunther has some sort of open challenge, this is going to happen. This is the way to go. What do you guys think?
I was surprised because, we talked about it on the phone briefly before, obviously, we hopped on the stream and everything. This is a couple days ago. And I was actually kind of taken back by you saying that because I'm like, I didn't even think about it. How would he? Because I went straight into thinking, like, how would we get there? How would it make sense? You know what I'm saying? Which, again, like you said, I was probably overthinking it. You can legit just have a simple ass open challenge for Gunther at Mania. Ilya answers the open challenge, and because we know they're gonna give us something so memorable in ring, Triple H can literally build off of that and do. I don't know. I don't know how Triple H books anymore. I can't predict it, but whatever he decides to do with it after that, I mean, we're gonna get the great match to kind of set the tone for whatever's next for these two. And to be honest, I think the match is gonna be so good if it happens that it's gonna change the future, Ilya's future, whatever it probably would have been on SmackDown. And I think Gunther has a legit feud, honestly, heading out of Mania. I don't think it ends at Mania because the match is gonna be that good. We have to see it. You know what I mean? So I hope out of all the matches, I hope this is the one that happens because I feel like it'll do wonders for Ilya. Even if he loses, it'll do wonders for Ilya.
Oh yeah, I'll be honest. Like, it don't
He's
matter
losing.
if Ilya loses. Like,
Yeah.
he'll like. As of right now, he currently has no plans. If he were to actually get this match, that's already like a win.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I like this comment from Ann. You can also tie in the story of Ilya not feeling like himself. That's a great story. Like, if that's what you tie into it, and he kind of starts to get his wits back by, going after Gunther, and like, this is a guy who, again, he like gets close to beating him but doesn't beat him, and like that's what starts the resurgence of Ilya Dragunov, and he actually starts to find himself because of that match, even though he lost. I think that's perfect. Selfishly, I would love this. Selfishly, I would love Chris Jericho returning. I would pop. I'm a fucking mark. I would pop. Selfishly, the match probably wouldn't be all that great, but hey, guess what? I got Chris Jericho back. So selfishly, yeah. But for purposes of an actual match and something that I'm actually really looking forward to, Ilya and Gunther would be the way to go. And Russell's about to see you're smiling because selfishly you would want Chris Jericho to return too.
Oh boy.
Ghost, what do you think if the Ilya and Gunther is the route that they're gonna go?
I mean, yeah, it gives Gunther something to do because he retired 2 legends. You know what I'm saying? Because he should have run the Rumble, but here we are.
And another thing is too, what Ilya's feeling kind of going on with how he's not feeling like he's feeling himself, especially with a character as passionate as Ilya. Who's a better person than the ring general to prove to Ilya himself that he still got it? What better opponent than the ring general, the career ender, to prove if you got it or not? You know what I'm saying? So I think it just makes sense. It just makes so much sense to me.
This would, if this match does happen, it would also be the first time it happens with live fans, not WWE planted fans in the Performance Center for NXT. So it'd be the first time with actual fans.
That's I didn't even think about it. That's actually pretty sick, and it'll be at the biggest show. Yeah, we need that.
Anything else you guys want to say about that?
No, I can't think of anything.
The one match that I actually forgot about on the Raw side that is probably gonna get added, I guess we'll see, is some form of Asuka, Kairi, Io Sky, maybe a triple threat, maybe a one-on-one. I personally think it's gonna be a triple threat. Is that something you guys believe is gonna happen?
Yeah, probably.
That's what I forgot to say. So Triple H just completely forgot about the Julia stuff, man. Just completely
We'll get into Julia.
Oh, okay.
She's on the SmackDown side, so we'll get to that in a bit.
All right. Well, okay, good. But I can't really say much because again, I had a whole different plan. But if this is the route they go, then this is the route they go.
I just find it hard to believe Io Sky missing WrestleMania.
Yeah, she has to. She has to be on the card.
Like, and look, Asuka, Kairi, they kicked Io out from Damage Control. She's still in the story. Make it a triple threat. They're not like Asuka and Kairi lost their opportunities for the tag titles. So I think it should happen. And if they're gonna have Kairi, I think Kairi should win this match. I'll be honest, the triple threat. Turning on Asuka at WrestleMania. So anything else you guys want to say about that? All right.
Io just can't miss. She can't miss the Mania card.
Yeah.
She just can't.
Yeah.
Let's move over to the SmackDown side because there is I think only 2 matches on this side that are left to, be announced. Obviously we know this one's gonna happen. Women's Tag Team Championship matches, Irresistible Forces, Nia Jax and Lash Legend defending their titles against Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, the Bella Twins, and Bayley and Lyra. Obviously, this is gonna get made official. It's gonna get made official within the next week or so. So I don't think there's much to say about this one. So it's gonna happen.
it's just one of those matches where I don't have to think too much. I can just enjoy wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, and then the last one, Julia is going to be defending her title against Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania. There's just no way that you can leave Tiffany Stratton off of WrestleMania. They're gonna put her in a match with Julia. Obviously, it was stated that before her injury, it was supposed to be Jordan, Tiffany, and Julia for the women's US title.
Oh, what?
So unfortunately, due to the injury, the ankle injury that Jordan Grace has suffered, she is probably going to miss WrestleMania. I would like to think Jordan Grace was probably going to win the women's US title at WrestleMania. Then again, I don't know. But we're going to get Tiffany and Julia. Tiffany and Julia just had a match this past week. Julia won. Clearly, the match is going to happen. Any other matches you guys think you guys can see added on? Because with all the matches we talked about, that brings the card to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 matches.
I'll be honest, for Mania 2 nights, that sounds about right. I could see the matches that if they want to just go to 12, the matches I could see them not doing.
LA Knight probably is going to miss WrestleMania.
Yeah, LA Knight's not going. He's not going. He's not going.
Oh, Los Angeles Nightmare. What happened? Tag titles.
Yeah, those will be on the SmackDown. Those will be on the SmackDown before WrestleMania.
Yeah, we're not doing that. I'm gonna be honest. I thought Triple H was gonna force us to get a feel good moment at Mania and wait to put the belts on Damian Priest and R-Truth at Mania. Kind of happy he did it on a SmackDown because that would have been a wasted time slot in my opinion at Mania. But yeah, they're not going to Mania, bro. That was their Mania moment, was them winning the tag titles.
What will be the best match at Mania of the Mania?
If Ilya Gunther gets
what will be the best match at the Mania? When the show ends.
This guy.
So I think if made official, Ilya and Gunther. If not,
end credits.
If not,
end credits.
If not,
it should be Roman and Punk, but I don't know anymore.
Maybe the ladder match. IC title ladder match.
Oh well, there you go.
Put Vikingo in it.
Does he really need to be in there?
Yes,
that
would be
so
so much I love.
I'll go either that or I'll go Jacob and Drew.
I love him like I love El Clone. Vikingo
but
El Clone.
A match to look out for. A match to look out for is Stephanie and Liv. That is the match to really look out for. That is a dark horse. Women's tag title match. Yeah, we talked about that.
I doubt it.
I was about to say if he asked me what is gonna be like what's the sleeper for Mania, I would have said Liv and Steph because that I think is gonna be really. I think it may be. I don't know. Stephanie has a crazy catalog, but I think it would be one of Liv's best matches for sure. No cap.
Be in a tag match at WrestleMania. I don't know. I know Jelly Roll's gonna be involved at WrestleMania. In what capacity?
Disgusting.
Jelly Roll and Tom Brady and Kit Wilson and LA Knight.
All time, all elite. Oh man.
So I mean, I guess
you gotta wait till after Mania, bro. Go ahead and sign that contract.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and start now so you can watch MJF be 2-0 on a god they call apparently.
Oh, I have a meeting with Kenny Omega to talk about his roster.
I have a meeting with MJF every day, but you know how that goes.
On my roster is in jeopardy because he cannot cut a fucking promo to save
that might actually happen.
You just realized this, Tommy?
I've been giving him options. I've been blinded by the in-ring. I ignored it.
Clearly.
I can't ignore it anymore.
You know what? Let's not talk about any more Fed. I can't believe I'm saying this. Let's talk about TNA.
Ricky Sosa!
You know, they just signed Ricky Sosa. Why? Anyway, I guess I have 2 reasons to watch TNA now.
Yep, Ricky and Leon. Catch them on Thursdays on AMC at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Also, Collision's going up against TNA on
Yeah, what
Thursday.
the fuck is that about, Tony Khan? Is it because of basketball, Rod? Is it because of
the Final
basketball?
Four.
It's March. Yeah, it's March Madness.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what? Oh
Thursday.
yeah,
Final Four on
because
that Saturday,
Saturday,
it's on TBS.
Saturday's the Final
Dude,
Four. Yeah.
Saturday's the Final Four. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Tommy, we're gonna see what happens. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay, all I'm gonna say is if we stay around 250, AEW is not even a threat. Nobody left our
yeah,
channel.
okay. Yeah, okay.
No,
What the fuck?
real talk. Nobody left to watch AEW.
I'll
No,
be honest,
what?
I think Ricky Sosa is gonna help them out with.
Very much.
Don't let us get more than 250 because we just got 250. Don't let us get more than 250.
Mind you,
AEW,
Tommy's
I'm gonna start talking nasty.
Mind you guys.
Start talking nasty.
Mind you guys, TNA's going up against the second brand. That's not the main brand. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm completely aware there's levels to it. You
I
gotta,
sure hope so.
You gotta pass level 1 to get to level 2, my nigga. We're gonna pass level 1. We gotta pass level 1.
Yeah, can we hurry up and get Leon versus Ricky so I don't have to watch TNA that much anymore?
That's
You know
a
what I'm saying?
Bound for Glory match. We're not getting that to October, gang.
Why not? I don't want to wait.
October, gang.
Tommy,
No.
you're Mr. TNA, so I'm gonna ask you,
Tits and
what
ass.
do you believe is gonna be the first feud for Ricky Sosa?
Ah, yes. The first feud, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's gonna be because Frankie got Frankie. No, dead ass Frankie.
Oh really?
Frankie got Elijah at Rebellion. I'm assuming. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I think Frankie's gonna lose. Elijah's gonna move on and do other things. But that leaves Frankie doing nothing. And I think out of our vets, I think Frankie's the one. He can show him the ropes. And then that's when we're gonna move into like the Ali's and the
Nick Nemeth.
and the Nick Nemeths and the all that. But I think he gotta go through the Frankie gauntlet first, the Frankie Vortex.
My only
Nick
concern
Nemeth,
for
Nick
Ricky.
Nemeth versus MJF.
Oh yeah, Nick Nemeth. You are also getting packed up.
Oh well,
overrated Nick Carter.
Also, Nick Nemeth was attacked backstage at Sacrifice and it was just released today. Oddly enough.
Released?
It wasn't aired. It wasn't on Sacrifice. It wasn't on TNA television. They posted it on social medias of Nick Nemeth laid out in the back backstage. And they're like, who did it? I think it's odd the timing of it. And there's no fucking shot they're doing this to build an independent match.
Who would ever attack Nick Nemeth like that?
I'm gonna be honest. I was kind of semi paying attention. I thought you said Nick Nemeth got released.
No, fuck no.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I was kind of half hearing, half not. Like, I thought that's what you said. I'm like, wait, huh? I was like, TNA can't be that
posted
dumb.
this, Tommy?
You said what?
TNA
Yes,
posted
it's
this?
an ass post.
Yeah, it was on the Twitter. I posted a TikTok about it, and I think it's Ryan Nemeth was there. There's no way they're doing that, right? There's no shot.
Who would ever attack Nick Nemeth?
They're not gonna advertise, especially because he's an AEW talent.
What a piece
no
of
way
trash.
they're advertising an independent show match, right?
Who would ever do that? What a piece of trash.
Because it comes out right a couple days after that match was announced. It didn't air on Sacrifice for some reason. Like, what is this for? And there's not that many. And why would Nick Nemeth, of all people, get attacked? He's a heel. You know, there's a lot of questions.
Does he not know the guy who he's going up against?
That's why I'm like, there's no way we're doing that.
What's a bigger heel?
Because he's the AEW guy though, Ghost. It wouldn't make sense.
Hey man, that's wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
But I kind of hope it is MJF. So all these fucking WWE marks in my damn comment section on TikTok can disassociate WWE with my company. Because now we're
how do I tell you, gang?
Tommy, what are you talking about?
How do I tell you, gang?
I asked TikTok. I said, TikTok, give me some Ricky Sosa matches. Why the fuck are they naming WWE guys? Stop giving me WWE guys.
He's going to NXT,
man. Tommy, that's not the issue. That's not the issue. The issue is that you said disassociate from brother. They have a working.
They have a fucking deal with them.
No. I get that. But my thing is like, you guys are making
Tommy,
it sound like they own us. What's up? Hey, hi, how's it going?
Hey,
shout out Tatiana for supporting, man. Shout out Tatiana.
Tommy, how do you feel about the Hardys' current run in TNA? I mean, they're the GOATs, but It's a little
The
rocky
righteous.
right now. The
righteous.
Righteous beat the fuck out of Matt Hardy. Had Dutch, I think his name is Dutch, looking at the camera with his tongue out. Freaky son of a gun.
Can I say one
That
thing
guy's
about Ricky?
weird.
One thing I'm concerned about is his mic skills. I think he's still working on his English a little bit more,
Yeah.
but he'll be
I never
fine.
know, bro. When he came out and started talking in English, I said, "This nigga knows English."
He said a little bit. He says his English is okay.
I had no idea. Oh,
To be
but
fair,
I did.
hold on. No, to be fair, most of that bit of Europe, they all know English. To be fair.
Hey man, I've been in America my whole life. I didn't know that.
This is why I believe TNA was the best place for Ricky Sosa. I believe he's not gonna jump into a bit a big pond. You know, he's gonna be in a small pond where he's gonna get to, oh wow, my camera just shut off. He's gonna be able to be in a, hold on, let me switch my camera. And should be good. Okay. He's gonna be able to be in a small pond where he can actually, he's gonna be able to showcase his talents. He's not going to AEW or WWE where there's potential for him to get lost in the shuffle. The roster's not that big in TNA, so there is an opportunity for him to really showcase his skills, hone his craft in being a good promo over in TNA. There is a lot of good talent in TNA, a lot of veterans that can help him. This is why I would personally love if Ricky Sosa got the opportunity to, in his first couple of feuds, be infused with guys like a Frankie Kazarian, a Nick Nemeth, a Moose, guys who are veterans of the game, where he can, just get better. By the time his contract is up, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's going to be the talk of the town, and everybody's going to be wanting him. Everybody wanted him because he has a great theme song, and he can wrestle pretty well. But there's more stuff that he needs to add to his game. So we've seen it with Leon Slater, and Leon Slater has become one of the most sought after attractions in all of wrestling. He's honed his craft in TNA, and well, hey, once his contract's up, payday is coming. A big payday is coming, and I would hope
unfortunately we ain't got it.
And I would hope that Ricky Sosa follows those footsteps. Tommy,
BDE is our Logan Paul, but he's better.
I love BDE, and I'm not just saying this because I watch his content and all that stuff, but I think as time passes on, I think he's getting better.
Yeah.
Again, I hope he follows in the footsteps like Leon. Obviously, he's not as experienced as a Leon or Ricky Sosa in the terms of like wrestling for a long time. He's just new. He's really green to the business, even more green than Ricky Sosa and Leon Slater. I hope he follows the same footsteps.
I was actually surprised of how good of a, and I should have never been surprised because he's a fucking YouTuber after all. But his character work is actually not bad at all. He comes off as a genuine guy that genuinely just wants to learn. It's great to see, and then him being with Rich Swann, a veteran in the game, showing him the ropes in the tag team division, which actually helped the tag team division because now it's stronger than it's been in a while. I love what BD is doing. I love the slow grind. He just had a match with Ali not too long ago, which was actually pretty fucking good. So yeah, he's gonna be all right, man. He's gonna be all right.
I do hope that the TNA does pick up guys like Mecca and Kuro. I think there is a lot of European talents in that promotion that Ricky Sosa has come from that are really good, and I think they can be assets to American wrestling. So
for sure,
TNA is definitely, look, if TNA really wants to make a run at being a company that they're gonna stay and stay at a pretty good level for a very long time, they're gonna need to go after these indie talents, and develop them, and who knows, maybe all of them don't leave to WWE or AEW. Maybe the TNA name becomes a name that you can kind of put up there with the WWE and AEW to the point where, hey, we love TNA. Like, we don't want to go anywhere else. Remember back when TNA was TNA. AJ Styles didn't want to leave TNA. Samoa Joe didn't want to leave TNA. Christopher Daniels, a lot of those guys in the mid 2000s did not want to leave TNA because that was their home. I would hope that that these indie guys that TNA should sign, come to TNA and realize that this is their home. And especially for the European talents, I think it works well for them because they don't have to live in the US.
Nope, you do not.
And because TNA does a lot of pre-taping, so they probably only have to come here 2, maybe 3 times a month, and that's it. Their schedule is not tough, and then they can go back home. And TNA still allows for talents to wrestle on the indies, so they can go back home and get their reps on the indies back home.
Yep. Shout out to Jody Threat, but she just had a match with Mercedes Moné not too long ago.
I think TNA is, I think this is the first step, the first good sign for TNA. Like, if you start signing talents like Ricky Sosa, and you get a lot of these talents from Europe, where they come out here to pre-tape a couple of shows, they don't have to live here. I think people are going to be more willing to stay at TNA.
Hey, we just, like I said, unfortunately, the big thing is money. If we keep doing what we're doing with AMC, bro, nothing. We have
money comes with more ratings.
Well, yeah. That's what I'm saying. If we keep going up week by week by week, that little small ass 11 million AMC gave us, it's gonna turn to 15, 20 mil easy. Like it's really just that easy. We just gotta stay at this pace, bro. Just stay at this pace, bro. Keep going up.
All right, so Tommy,
what's up?
I'm assuming Ricky's gonna be here this Thursday, right?
Yes, he better be. Nothing's been announced. Well, not nothing, but he hasn't.
Okay. Well, it looks like my subscription expires on the 5th. We'll see.
We have until what day is the 5th?
Sunday, so I'll be able to watch.
Oh, okay. Hopefully,
so we're gonna see what happens if they want to keep my money or not.
It's only Sunday. I mean, we have TNA tends to like to announce things. Oh, damn near feels like every day. So I'm sure it'll get announced soon. So I ain't worried about it. I mean, Chris Bay came out and fucking announced the signing. Like he should be there. He should be there.
Good thing I got 2 monitors because if MJF's on Collision, I will be there.
As long as your view still counts on AMC or TNA Plus.
All
I'm gonna say is if we are at 250K or more, when this little head-to-head shit happens, I'm gonna start talking shit. My shit talking begins.
I'm sure, Tommy.
It does.
Yep.
I hate to do it to my glorious King Swerve.
Oh, you mean the guy that's lost a Teddy?
Okay, why'd you do that?
I like Swerve. What do you mean?
So why'd you bring that up?
Did he not lose? Yes or no?
Somebody has to lose.
Yeah, somebody had to lose.
All right.
It'll be Kenny Omega at Dynasty.
Anyways, and Steve Macklin chat again. All I'm hearing about him is just a concussion. He's okay. He literally tweeted. He said nothing can kill him. He's gonna be fine. Chat. He is all right.
Oh, anything else TNA you want to talk about, Tommy?
Those are the big things. Yeah, that was it.
Damn, I can't believe I'm also saying this. I want to hear more TNA from Tommy. Wow.
It's okay. It's
really
okay.
fucking blows.
No. Wait, it's only Sunday. We have Monday we have a whole week. Some shit's gonna come out, I'm sure.
The Fed really fucking blows, so I'm looking more forward to TNA.
Y'all pay attention to this week in TNA. Probably coming out Thursday before TNA. Y'all stay tuned.
So,
all right. So, what's our predictions for Roman and Punk, guys?
Punk.
You're old.
Oh, tomorrow.
You're old, Punk. Oh my God, let's fight. Oh, no.
I don't know. I don't really have a prediction. Like I said, I don't really care about the feud right now. So
I'm at this point. I'm just watching WWE because I have to watch it to get to Mania. So I'm going to do that just to get to Mania, and then
I watch it to laugh.
Mania is gonna be good. Mania is going to be good. I'm gonna keep telling myself that Mania is gonna be good. Mania is gonna be good. Mania is gonna be good. We're gonna be all right. We are going to be all right. Someone got to stay positive here. Somebody has to. Somebody got to stay positive.
I don't know about Mania will be good, but we'll see.
Bro, Deadass got mad because he was called a senior citizen.
Yeah, that's your boy, Tommy.
So, all right. Well, any last words, guys?
John Cena.
Mania's gonna be good.
MJF 2-0, Kenny Omega.
Mania's gonna be good.
I ain't got really anything else to say.
Brown
I don't-
Dutcher's gonna lose.
I'm honestly, it's 2:45 in the morning and I'm trying to stay awake right now.
Go bad.
I don't really have anything else left to say other than to answer the question. For this video, yes, Triple H is sabotaging WrestleMania. So
Yes,
Oh wow.
correct.
that's all I have left to say. Spot, take it away.
Last thing before we go see Project Hail Mary. That shit was elite.
I fucking told you.
3 hours, 15 minutes, 10 seconds. We definitely do appreciate you watching. We'll see you. I don't know if we'll see you next week because next Sunday is Easter.
Uh-oh.
Get back to you on that.
Oh,
We'll let you know.
Uh-oh.
Let you know.
I get the week off next week.
Yes,
See
Lee,
y'all.
probably.
yeah, it is Easter Sunday.
Next
Oh
time.
shit.
Y'all be safe, man.